welcome. It's great to, following our community conversation, to start another conversation with you all today about our new mobile office in Macomb County. We're really proud to have these mobile offices all across the state of Michigan. It's a part of the Secretary Benson's initiative to bring the Secretary of State directly to those who need it. We know that in this day and age, we have to provide the offices resources in multiple forms. We have to provide it online. We have to provide it at the kiosks that you can find at Meijer and Kroger's and other grocery store locations all across the state of Michigan. And of course at our branches, but we also have to make sure our branches are mobile and brought directly to people all across the state. So we're very committed to doing that and having these mobile office branches, especially the one in Macomb County, is really critical to that effort in making sure that voters can register to vote, that you can get your car tags in your community, you can transfer your title to a loved one or just anyone else that you need to, and making sure that these resources are broadly available throughout our community. So with that, I want to introduce my good friend, Representative McKinney, to make some remarks, and then we'll continue with some other guests.
Everybody being here today. My name is Donavan McKinney, State Representative in Michigan's 14th House District, Northeast Detroit, parts of Warren, and all of Centerline. This is a critical resource, not only for people like ourselves that's in the room, but for the lower income communities, especially of Southern Macomb County. We all know that lower income communities typically are more transient communities. They typically don't have the access or the time to go to brick and mortar buildings, and so this Secretary of State Mobile Unit Office will serve not only as a resource but as an opportunity for folks to gain access, but also just have the ability to come in and out as they please. And so I'm just proud to partner up with the Secretary of State, Benson, and her team at the state, and we're just proud at the legislature level to be able to help fund this initiative. And we need more like these coming up. So stay tuned because there are going to be more ribbon cutters like these coming up. So with that being said, I want to turn it over to our newly elected councilwoman out of District 1 in the city of Warren, Melody McGee. She's the first person of color ever elected to the city council.
Excited to have the Secretary of State here. I appreciate you, Representative Donavan, along with your staff and the staff that is here. I appreciate you coming here, and welcome to the City of Warren in District 1, which I have over 20,000 voters here. And so I appreciate everything that you are doing. I am really big about two things: compassion and consideration. Those two things matter most to me, and it's important while working in my district. And by having this grand opening, you speak to that for our people. Anytime you can speak to their economic situation, and especially mobility, you have that compassion and consideration for the people. And I thank you for being here. I thank you for this grand opening that is so close to 8 Mile, from 8 Mile to 10 Mile, the south end of Warren. It is very important that we have this type of access available to all our people. And I appreciate you all coming and being a part of this community. Thank you.
I want to invite one additional speaker up, and he's Michael Howard, who is a good friend. Sometimes you have brain farts. And so, Michael, please make some remarks.
Sorry, I forgot to pronounce your name. Okay. My name is Michael Howard, just an everyday citizen. Life is hard, and life is harder when you have hurdles in front of you. And so this is just a great example of our elected officials meeting us where we're at and removing another hurdle for moms that stay-at-home moms, or single parents, or disabled veterans, or the seniors in our community. And so I appreciate our elected officials doing their job, meeting residents where they're at, and removing hurdles so we can have access, easier access to the vital services that we need. So thank you guys for being here. I live right around the corner from this center, and so this is really important for me and my family. So thank you guys.
So we're waiting on Secretary is going to be here momentarily. But just want to describe some of the services that you see here. It's just like a full functional branch. You either do it out of the van, you get your eye exam done for a driver's license. Of course, with the driver's license, you don't have to come in as often, which is one of the great kind of innovations with the system that the Secretary really innovated since he came into office in 2019. Back in 2019, we had long waits. Remember those long waits at Secretary of State's offices where you kind of decided, well, I'm going to take this day and I'm just going to wait all day and I'm just going to set aside that time to go to the Secretary of State's office to get my driver's license updated, to transfer my title, get my tags, whatever. But now, as the Secretary said during her campaign in 2018, people are getting in and out of the branches within 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And, you know, I sometimes make visits to our branches all around our state, and I'll typically try and reach out to a community member or an elected official and bring them along. And they'll be shocked. Some of them even come along and do their own transactions. And there was one, and the staff will forgive me, I told them not to make an appointment, which is a big no-no. Every week we have a report that gets to the Secretary and shared with the executive team about the number of appointments that are made, the number of walk-ins that are made, and how quickly people move in and out. And we try to emphasize the appointment because that allows folks to plan. Not only for you to plan, but for our team to plan. One of the things that was kind of not really on top of mind for folks who were not within the department before 2019, before the pandemic, when we implemented the appointment system, is that if you walked into a Secretary of State branch right before closing, we had to serve you because we're a customer service first organization. But that meant that our team members, our staff, could not plan for their own lives because they could be serving customers until 8 p.m. That's not a way to live. That's not a way to live and not a way to respect the staff that we have here at the Secretary of State's office. So the appointment system really helps to allow folks in the community to know what they need to bring to Secretary of State branches, which is important with respect to your time, but it also allows the time of our staff members also to be respected. But when I have these interactions with these elected officials, that one time I just wanted to test it out, just wanted to see what was going to happen. He got his real ID, and you have to get your real ID by January, or I think it's May 2025. It's very important. He came in and got his real ID within 15 minutes without an appointment. So that is really a testament to the men and women across the department, 1,400 strong. And I hope you just appreciate all the great work that they're doing consistently to ensure that we're really getting the services better. Another point that I'd like to mention is that the legislature just passed not too long ago in this legislation session authorization to allow the Secretary of State to take title transfers from one vehicle, from one owner to another, online. It remains one of the biggest transactions that we get in our office because currently, if you have a title for your vehicle and you want to transfer it to somebody else, you have to come into our office. 60% of the transactions that we have at the Secretary of State branches can be done online. or at a kiosk. You can renew your license at a kiosk. I don't know that people really know that. I didn't know that before I became deputy secretary. You know, I'm always learning something new in this job. There's just constant learning, and that's why it's such a pleasure to have this job. But online title transfer is a really, really, really deeply important innovation that we're going to hopefully roll out in the next year or so that folks from the privacy of their home, from their desktops, from their phones, can contact the Secretary of State's office, memorialize that title transfer, to transfer their title for their car to another person, and get that done in a way that respects their schedule and their time. So that is just really on top of mind for all of us, how we consistently have to ensure that the citizens that we serve all across the state, 10 million strong, are not bogged down with the minutia of our branches, which we know is important. The other thing that we're really working hard on is language translation. Not every single person in Michigan speaks English. Not everyone does. And we have to serve them too. And so we're committed to doing that. And we started off in Grand Rapids having a pilot that allows the staff there to use a telephone service to contact someone to help translate. And we're expanding it across the state. And also the computers in each branch that you can use to take your driving test come in multiple languages. So we want to make sure that drivers are comfortable driving here in the state of Michigan, however works best for them. So we're extremely committed to that. And we are just hopeful that as we go forward into this holiday season, that you have what you need from us. We know that's important, and I really want to have a shout out to our team here, because Angela Harness is our Director of Branch Operations.
Hi, everyone.
I wonder if you can point out the rest of the team here.
Sure. This is Alicia Perryman. She is our Deputy Director for District 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have Kelly. She is a District Manager in Flint. She has how many branches? 15 branches.
Wow, 15 branches.
And then I'll start over here, and we'll work our way back in. And then we have Michelle. She's our Deputy Director for 1 through 4 and 9 districts. And then we have Trisha Howard. She's our admin assistant. And then we have Jenny. She's our assistant. And we have Pam. What district are you?
District 2.
District 2. And then Pam, we have our representatives that are our dossiers. This is Mallory, Kelly, and Amanda.
Pam, do you want to come up and say a few words? Thanks so much. This is her district.
This is within my district. So I want to thank everybody for coming out. Wanted to thank Renee and the Fitzgerald Senior and Community Center for hosting. We're very excited to bring another mobile office to this area, to Macomb County and the surrounding areas. It's a great project that we have. Our staff, Katia and Mallory, are very excited, and they're doing a great job already. They've already been out canvassing and bringing relationships with organizations to get us some new dates set up and everything like that. So it's really exciting, and we're really happy to have a mobile office in this area.
You have one more distinguished guest that I forgot about. Ray from the school board is going to make a few remarks.
I want to thank everybody for coming out to our community today. This is a beloved moment here in our district, in our school district. If you do not know me, my name is Ray DeLoach. I was elected a year ago this month to the Board of Education for Fitzgerald. Voting is the number one thing. Voting makes our world revolve, and it starts at home with our children. If they don't learn the procedures and the policies to vote, they will not vote for the right person or the right moment and the right thing. Along with our councilwoman, and along with this gentleman right here with their leg, I want to say thank you, because this is always something good. People have the tendency to forget South Warren, but this is a new day and a new time. We will not be forgotten. We are a part of Warren. We are the third largest city in the state of Michigan. We will not go unseen or unheard, and it starts at home with our children. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you for your patience today, and thank you all for being here. Great to see so many friendly faces here in this great city. As you all know, we've done a whole lot at our Secretary of State's office to really meet people where they are and ensure that from here in Warren to up in Houghton to out west in Muskegon, all the way down south to Monroe, that no matter where you live in the state, you have access to state services in a way that is efficient, secure, and available to everyone. And it's represented in part by our work to create and launch these local offices here today and throughout the state. The office we're launching today is the fifth that we're putting into the field, and this one will particularly serve this area and senior centers and other places all throughout Warren. In this scenario, there will be as our fifth mobile office. We will have one in West Michigan and mid-Michigan in Great Lakes Bay, and now this is our second one for Southeast Michigan. We'll be launching two more, one in Northern Michigan and the Upper Peninsula as well. But importantly, these offices enable you to do everything you could do at a traditional standalone branch office. But they enable senior citizens, folks living, folks who are housing insecure and living perhaps in shelters, folks who don't even have access to transportation to get to a standalone branch office. It enables them to have a branch office at their doorstep. And my hope is that we can work with all of you to identify the locations in this community and elsewhere. And thank you, Representative, and our city council leaders and others here today for helping us identify locations where community members already are so that we can meet them there, providing these services, from enabling them to update their driver's license or get a state ID, update their voter registration, transfer vehicle titles, sign up to be an organ donor, everything for the most part that you could do at a traditional branch office, you can do at these mobile offices. And importantly, as we come up across an election year in 2024, where there will be very significant opportunities to influence the outcome of elections here in Warren, statewide, and nationally, these mobile offices will enable people to register to vote and register to vote in person and be able to participate in these historic elections. So we're also looking for suggestions from educational facilities and others like where we are here today, where these mobile branch offices can show up in a reliable way and serve the public, register people to vote, eligible citizens to vote, and ensure they have proper identification as well. So I'm grateful to announce this fifth mobile office here in Warren today to really reflect our commitment to the Department of State to being a department that truly works for everyone and demonstrating to every citizen who interacts with our office that indeed government can work for everyone. The last thing I'll just mention is that if there are organizations that would like to request this mobile office be there with them, you can simply go to michigan.gov/SOS mobile or talk to any of our staff to get that on the schedule. We're proud to be present here in Warren and throughout Macomb County as well as throughout Southeast Michigan, even more so before with this mobile office. So thank you all for being here today, and thank you to our honorees in attendance for welcoming us to your city and to your school in this location. Thank you.
Would you like to join me in the honors?
Let's do it.
I know your advocacy is a big reason why we're able to be here. Everyone ready?